Today we are talking to Lindsay Sewell, who within the last year went from 5 figures of debt with her business to replacing her full-time income and really creating the time freedom to be with her girls. Hey, this is Leah Ray from toddandleahray.com, and if this is the very first time finding our channel, we created it specifically for you, online entrepreneurs, to help you create the time freedom that you and your family truly deserve. So Lindsay, in just about a year's time, you've gone from a ton of debt to replacing your full-time job. You've created multiple streams of income, generated your own leads online daily, you're building up an email list, and even recently launched a coaching program to help others bridge that gap from being stuck in their business to where they want to be. So, well, congratulations, that's huge, number one. Now, that is honestly a lot to accomplish in just a year's time. We've worked with you from the beginning. We're really proud of what you've done. So congrats, that's a big thing. But let's start back at the beginning. Take us to where you were about a year ago before this started all to come together for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It has been an exciting and wild ride this past year, but it starts a little bit before that because it wasn't like I just magically created this success over the past year. It was the struggle bus prior to that. I wanted to be home with my children, but we still needed to create an income. And so I was going all over the internet. I was chasing people. I was trying to throw my link at them, hoping it would stick like spaghetti on the wall, and getting 0 results, and including really kind of sinking myself into debt between purchasing courses that were really too advanced and trying strategies and tactics that I wasn't ready for. I mean, Facebook ads, when you're getting 0 results, just were getting me 0 results faster.
Right, and for more money.
I came across you guys online, and I didn't know about it at the time, but I really needed to find somebody who had created the lifestyle and the business that I wanted, and then back up and figure out what they did to get there in the first place. I was running after all kinds of other people, and they were teaching me things that I didn't even want to do, so I wasn't doing any of it. And once I started starting from the beginning, following your lead, learning what you were teaching, and implementing the starting steps, that's when I started to get some traction into my business.
That's awesome. And that is a really good point that I don't think a lot of people understand, is that they see people offering trainings and doing all these things, and they're just jumping around, and they don't take a step back and say, okay, what is the lifestyle that I want? And do these strategies fit with that? All the strategies work at one way or another. Like the strategies work that people are teaching, but you have to ask yourself, is that really what you want? Do you want that strategy to work? Because maybe it means you're connected to your phone 24/7, or that you have to do something in your business that you'd rather create time freedom or you do something else with instead. So I think that's very wise. It makes sense. And we take people to that, like whenever we're working with a coaching client, we help them kind of back that train up. Like, what's the lifestyle that you want? And then let's formulate a business around that so that you're actually creating time freedom and you're not just creating another job for yourself that you are a slave to in order to make money. So in this journey, can you just kind of give us a quick synopsis? Like, what did you do? Like, what changed and what worked really well for you in order to get traction really moving in your business?
First thing is finding a mentor. You can follow their free things, right? I followed your free video content, your free trainings, but hiring a coach really speeds it up. Coaching with somebody who knows what to do and can bridge that gap for you is really powerful. And I started taking some of your trainings and putting them to work. So for instance, I started with Instagram. And what I did was I started using the strategies that I learned from your Instagram course, putting them into action, and then I was getting results, which I then started sharing with other people for free. I started sharing my results for free. And I quickly realized that people liked that. They were getting results. It was great, but I was just giving it all away. I wasn't capturing their information. I decided I needed to come up with another strategy, again, along those lines of creating that leverage so I wasn't chasing people all the time and tied to my Instagram account and my phone. And so I just put together a very simple 10-point cheat sheet, super simple. And I offered that out to people in exchange for their emails so that I could start to build an email list and I could start to create leverage so that I could write one email and talk to thousands of people at one time, which sounded a lot better than talking to thousands of people all day long.
Absolutely. Build a list, guys. It's key to any sort of leverage. No, that's awesome. Giving away value in exchange for their contact information then turns the table from chasing people to having people come to you and just opt in and just give you their contact information, and they're warmed up to you. You're not some cold salesperson putting offers in front of them. You're someone that's helped them. You've given them a win. They're happy. They like you because they've come to you. You've given them great training for free. And now they're a lot more open to take a look at any sort of offer or any sort of thing that you have to put in front of them that may cost money. So that's great. If you had to do this all over again from scratch today, what exactly would you do?
I would have started building leverage faster. I mentioned that I was on Instagram, and that's a good platform because it is an asset that you can continue to build over time. You can have a link that's permanently posted there where your lead magnet lives or your website lives. But I had spent a lot of time building on Facebook. And while I don't think there's anything wrong with Facebook, I was putting a lot of content out there that goes away very quickly. And so I was still in that hustle mode. And I think I would have started doing things with more leverage like YouTube, something that was searchable. It's something I'm still planning on getting into, but I didn't do that right away. And now a year later, I'm going to have to build that up. And I've produced all this content that is probably just floating around in Facebook's world.
That is why we love YouTube, because it's a search engine. People can find you. Facebook is pay to play. You got to put down money on advertising in order for them to get your message, even in front of the people that are following your page. It's kind of stinky, but that's how Facebook makes their money. It's like you continually are putting out content, and it may bring you leads and get you sales that day or for a few days afterwards, but in the grand scheme of things, that gets lost essentially in Facebook land, and it's no longer working for you. Where that same video shot slightly differently and put on YouTube, that video, you set it up so that people can find it when they're looking for specific things, and that video could give you leads, bring you sales for years. And that is the power of YouTube. YouTube rocks. So Instagram was sort of your first place for success, which is awesome. That's actually, people may not know it, but it's the first place that we started generating leads from and making sales with in a very similar fashion. We learned some skills, we implemented them, we got some results, and then we turned around and we shared it with other people, attracting them to us and then allowing us to get other offers in front of them, which worked really well. So Instagram is a great starting point for a lot of people. Can you just walk our audience through kind of your Instagram profile, what you're doing there, so that they can get a better idea of how all this ties together?
Sure. So this is my Instagram profile, and you can see over this past year, I took it from under 200 followers to over 12,000 followers. It took effort. It took daily consistent effort. And I think that's one of the things that I probably should mention up front. To get these kind of results, it's not a do something one day and then take a week off. It's a matter of showing up consistently and building things for your business. So I have done that with my Instagram account. Over here, I'm constantly posting in my stories. I'm sharing the behind the scenes of my life. I'm engaging people in polls and in questions. So again, I can stop chasing people and start attracting the right people to raise their hand and say, yes, I want to hear more from you about whatever it is that I'm offering. And I've also kept my link in here, which leads right into my free classroom. So I said in the past that I had given away that cheat sheet up front, but as my business has grown, I've started to coach other entrepreneurs, and I want to give them a way to join my free classroom up front, get additional value from me, and then potentially lead them into the paid coaching program where I will really walk them through how to bridge that gap. So I make sure that that link is always in there so people can take the next step with me. I've got highlights from my stories that allow people to see the content, keep that content permanent so it's not just gone after a day, as well as using all the features of Instagram, IGTV, and posting not just quotes, but pictures of my life, really living out loud and sharing what I do and how I help people on that account.
It's beautiful. It's very aesthetic. I love the colors, the brightness. But if you go back up, scroll up for me a little bit on the profile, one thing that I really like here, guys, it's like bullet points with emojis, right? It's super quick, easy to read, and you're learning like free, she's got a free class, right? She's telling people what they're gonna get. That you're gonna get help with your business by following her, and that's key. If you want to make sales, you want to build a business online, you have to find a way to serve people. And yes, you serve people for free as you're building that audience and you're leveraging social media so that you can turn around and make offers to people and they'll actually be interested in buying because they need to build that know, like, and trust factor before they have any interest in making any purchases. So you're doing a great job with that. That's awesome. Now, what I really like about what you're doing is that you worked on building up your own expertise. So you got your own business moving, making sales and getting results, but now you're taking what you've learned and put together and you're using that to create digital products to help other people. Digital products, which are a huge income revenue for people. There's a ton of potential. You're helping a lot of people in the process, but it can be a great income stream for your business. So we teach this a lot, build up a skill set, have something that you know how to do, and then take all of that and create digital products that you can sell. Whether that's a membership site like what you're doing or one-time training programs. That's exciting because digital products, this is the information age. They are totally leveraged. You can be selling them while you sleep and you're making almost 100% commission. So it is very, very wise. So tell us a little bit about that process.
Honestly, as I was getting results in my business and I was sharing all of that free valuable content, I had people coming back and asking me similar questions time and time and time again. And what I realized is those were the exact places that I had been stuck in my business. And I had used specific strategies and specific tactics to move past and create more results. After thinking about that and having all these conversations with all these different people, again, I wanted time freedom. I'm a full-time mom mostly. I want to be able to pick up my kids from school. I cannot be on one-on-one calls with people all day long. As nice as coaching is, I don't want to have 30 coaching clients every week. But what you can do is when you create a digital product, you can create that once and then sell it to people and help multiple people time and time again. And I combined both my membership site with digital products. So as people come into the group coaching program, they are getting that live support with me on a monthly basis, but they have access to products as well in there that they can access 24/7. So they can come in, they pay me on a monthly basis, they get access to the products for life. I help them on an ongoing basis, and it's a win-win for everybody.
That actually sounds a lot like what we're doing in our group coaching. It's an awesome way to do it, where you've got training that people can go through on their own time and use as they see fit for their business, and then they get some group level interaction to ask specific questions and get help. And I think that's a great way. Not only are you adding another revenue stream, but more importantly, you're serving people and you're helping people, and that is amazing. And doing it with digital products, like you said, is a great way to protect your time and create leverage and time freedom, which if you're on this channel, that should be what you're about. So digital products is something to pay attention to. Well, Lindsay, I truly want to thank you for your time. I think your story is not only an inspiration to those who are just getting started, but hopefully people were able to take some really good golden nuggets that they can directly apply to their business to get similar results. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for letting me share.
Now you should see a video on the upper right corner of your screen or at the top of the description. Watch this video next. You heard a lot about coaching and learning how to go faster and sort of the digital products and the group coaching and things that Lindsay's putting together for her business. It is a great way to grow faster and really speed up your learning curve. So in this video, we're going to talk a little more in depth about coaching. What are the different types of coaching and what fits different people's needs and their budgets. So make sure to watch this one next so you can really speed up your learning curve and go as fast as possible. Again, this is Leah Ray from toddandleahray.com. Watch this one next, and I'll see you soon.